It's your girl Nina. I'm here with my guy Pop, and this is the Models of the Week. We are here with Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio, and Pop Radio.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy 2V's, the Leo Migo Battlefield MC. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pop Radio. Muy caliente. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's dope by it's hot.
We are back with another week of Pop Radio, Caliente Radio, Intellectual Radio, right here on iHeartRadio. Dope track just went off. Hell of it. Clean version right now on iHeartRadio. Banger. But see, there's a twist with that joint right there. If I'm not mistaken, 2V's, who is in the building tonight, our artist spotlight. He got a twist and a surprise with that joint for y'all real soon. Yes. Say what's up to everybody. Let's make some noise for 2V's, which is our artist spotlight in the building tonight, y'all. For the hell of it, that's a dope Genesis. Al juguito también aquí. Caliente, let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. Right. Hey, I think some Latinas, y'all gotta make noise. So, Repa. What's up, 2V's? How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, brother, man? It's good, man. Just, you know.
Dope joint. Thank you for working with Pop, for being part of the Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio family, for wanting to campaign the joint. Salute on all your work. Miami, The Breaks with Talib and all them, Most Def, dope show. Latino, that's a sleeper right now that just come out of nowhere. Well, maybe personally to you, sometimes we got to do so much work to even be like, man, what are you talking about out of nowhere? You know? But sometimes it takes that much work to even for us to be looked at. Now that you're being looked at, how does it feel to have this much work up under your belt?
You know, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling knowing that you're actually reaching out to others now, you know, through your music, and it's I take that to like to the heart, because my music it's not only just turn up or just rock clubs or whatnot, but you know, sometimes I talk about my personal lifestyle, you know, my past, my present, my future. So a lot of people may relate to some of the music that I make, and it feels good when others come to you and say, man, bro, you know, I'm feeling this and whatnot, you know, I know what you're going through, and I love it, you know. And I inspire a lot of people, man. It feels good.
You do, not only, you know, I mean, I'm always brutally honest, not just with everybody else, but just about myself and how I feel. I guess I'm one of them dudes who wears his, you know, heart on his sleeve, and I just say it the way it is. I'm straight up blatant. You know, we talked to some of the same mutual people when we first came in communication of business, you know. They brought you to, you know, the light to me. Me and you came over to Humboldt Park. We sat down. We talked about your career. We looked at your career. You went to Miami. You know, you've been rocking a few other shows. I see you doing strip joints. I see you doing this. I see you doing that. And we talked about, you know, where you go from here, where you come from, how much work you got up under your belt. You let me listen to hell of it. I was like, you know what? You got a banger there. You got a banger there. You know, I like it. It's radio. You're the only Mexican that's currently coming from the South Side that's actually got some sauce like that with that kind of music. It sounds good. I told you you could potentially do some of the things that Cap G is doing with the movement out of Atlanta. And I believe in you, man. I mean, I believe in anybody who puts their money behind them, puts their hard sweat, tears, and dedications, and goes and hustles and get it. So, you know, we salute you, man. Anything else you want to say about just the growth of that song, how it came up, or the development of it?
Man, it's crazy because some people use that word without wanting to use it. You know, sometimes they say, yeah, I just did this just for the hell of it. And, you know, I use it sometimes, and other times it was funny to me. So one day I heard a beat, and I kind of wrote like partial to it. And then it went a whole different direction. I'm like, man, I think I got something, you know. Music nowadays, it's gotta be catchy.
It gotta be catchy, gotta be marketable.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be able to market it. So to me, it's like, okay, a phrase or a word sometimes goes a long way, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is a word that we use every day, but it's not spelled how it sounds. It's spelled different. It's elevate, you know, not hell up.
You were messing
So,
around. You said, I got
yeah,
something.
Yeah, so you know, I put it together. I put it together, and I kid you not, I was even impressed with myself because, you know, my music only gets better, you know, and the reason why I say that is because I know where I started from, you know. So, you know, mind you, I used to record for artists. I did a lot of work for a lot of artists, you know, as a producer, as an engineer. And now that I just started writing my own music, I'm like, man, you know, this is dope. And
Let's get to some of your roots. You know, what do you represent and where do you come out of out here? Sometimes I tell guys in Chicago they hit me with the Indiana, but it's kind of all the. Where do you come from out here?
I come from Humboldt Park, honestly, man.
Really?
I come from the motherland. Yeah.
Oh, I'm making phone calls.
Yeah,
I'm making phone
call
calls.
them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was born out in Arlington, St. Louis.
Dope.
Moved down to Thomas and Ashland. You know, on the north side of Chicago, northwest, of course.
We might give you a pass a couple video, you
You know,
know.
shout out my people in Peabody School. Went to Wells, and then I moved out to Cal
Yeah.
City in the south side of Wild.
Where?
Cal
City?
Cal
Okay.
City, yeah, Cal City, which is I live most of my life there, like after the age of like 14. So mind you, it's half and half. So from the north side to the south side, I mean, you name it, I went through it all, man, and it's beautiful. I know both sides. I know every side of the city, and you know, I politic with a lot of people. I network a lot.
So you originally came in as a producer?
Yeah, I was doing beats.
Dope.
Doing beats. Yeah,
I heard you got sauce, you know?
Yeah.
With the beats, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with it. I just don't got the time for it right now, you know. But
You're working man as well.
Yeah, my first mixtape was Trap and Smoke. It was
Trap
it was
and Smoke.
It was
Okay.
hosted by DJ Louis V with Stacker Starve, and I recorded, mixed, mastered my own songs, all 12 songs, you know, in my own.
That's dope. You know what? At the beginning of my career, I edited some of my own music videos, man. You know, just to work. You know, sometimes you got to figure it out and get it done by all means necessary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I kind of understand where you're coming from as far as that.
I got tired of going to
Waiting on
studios.
somebody else
Yeah.
to get your stuff
Yeah.
done.
I would go
get
to
it.
studios and people would rush you, you know, in
A session.
in the session, and you're like, man, you know, he's not doing what I want him to do. So, I learned the whole system. Grabbed YouTube, I learned it on my own, and I just went from there. And that's how I was doing Fruity Loops. I can play the keyboard. I'm pretty good with it. Yeah, I'm pretty dope.
So how long did it take for you to understand? Okay, I can make beats. I have my own voice and I can write. And I'm sorry if your experience out of making beats and doing studio session, you seen trash that was getting recorded. You was like, man, wait a minute, I could do probably better than this. Or so when did you figure out you wanted to make some songs yourself
Man.
and spit?
Like back in 2008, when I was doing music for other
I
people.
was still in the joint for another 4
Yeah.
years. But go ahead.
So I was doing music for other people. Mind you, I was in the studio, giving all my time, all my dedication. I built the studio for the people on my block, and I had some pretty dope artists there. And I'm like, man, if they're willing to do music, maybe I can push it for them and whatnot, and maybe invest into them. So long story short, I was putting all my time and effort into people that weren't appreciating it. So at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I'm doing this. How long is it gonna take me to rap? You know, hey, it's not even about rapping. I got stories to tell to it. Mind you, I came from.
You got flow, hell of it. You got flow
And
too, Lees,
you know, it took me a minute though. Don't get me wrong. It took me a minute to find myself because now I'm to the point where I'm more confident with my music. Back then it was just like, oh man, I don't even like that. I'm gonna write it again. I don't even like that. But every time somebody else would hear, they're like, dude, that was cold. Like, what are you talking about? I wasn't satisfied with myself. Now I'm a little bit more satisfied with myself as far as an artist.
I know you a little bit more. I wouldn't even say like on a personal level like that, but enough to know where you come from, you know,
Yeah.
and what you represent. If I can say, you know, that on a professional level.
Yeah.
So, as a working man,
Yeah.
you know, which is I wanted to interrupt you earlier, you know. But I respect any artist that's going on 9 to 5 just because Pop ain't got no regular kind of 9 to 5. You got to understand something. First of all, Pop, I did 20 years. I ain't finna let no boss just talk to me any old kind of way. I got issues, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, I got to be able to, I'm a boss myself, and I try to make sure my people, my family eat. I think that's my job right now,
Yeah.
you know. So, but you go out there, you go get it. Just to
Yeah.
feed your family and still make it happen.
It's
And I, Pop, salute that.
Appreciate
You know,
it.
I know your trade. We ain't got to put, but I know the kind of moves that you're making. That are actually, you know, dope trades. You know.
Yeah.
I see that you're doing it because you love to do it, and you're just not trying to just blow up for some. You actually love music,
Yeah. Yeah. I got a passion for music.
and let's talk about right now. All my people, I done kicked off a show. I didn't even give you a real intro. I just came straight up in it, literally turned up. Right now, look, real quick. Let me pay some bills. So, I gotta send a quick shout outs to all my sponsors real quick. Number one, I want to send a quick shout out to Street Level Youth Media, located on Western and Ashland and Wabansia, 1631 North Ashland. After school programs, they teach teenagers and kids all the way up to their young adulthood to 24 years old how to do everything with Pro Tools, which is everything about mixing and mastering. They teach these kids everything about the Canon camera and the Adobe Premiere program, which is everything about videos. They have a studio there. And get up with Duke or Lisa, Street Level Youth Media. Any kids that need somewhere to go after school, any parents that don't have time for their children and the money to send them to go get a record recorded or get a photo shoot, send them to this organization I'm talking about. They rock with pop and they do a lot of good for the city of Chicago. Another one of my sponsors is Chicago Elite Alliance Booking Worldwide Distribution, which is I'm a CEO of. We get you guys tours. We get you guys on iTunes and Tidal and Spotify without being with any label, by doing it by yourself. You do not have to be a signed artist to have your music in stores. We are a company that provide them kind of services and get you registered and all that great stuff. So Chicago Elite Alliance, we do some of the biggest showcases in the United States.
Got me some law, you can tell by the smell of it. I might be cool, but my temper can elevate. Shorty be tripping, the cause I won't answer. Then call me an answer, I don't give a fuck. You just be doing too much. Running your mouth on the book, telling people I've been to see.
Man, I'm here for the hell of it. Earl Winfrey said, I need a soft stuff show with models and a crazy Puerto Rican. And 3.5 years later, for the hell of it, we right here. Let's make some noise now real quick for Earl Winfrey, International Radio, who lets me be the only radio show here, iHeart Pop Radio Worldwide, that does the little models of the week and artist spotlight every Thursday night. Yeah, we popping, we getting it in because of Mr. Earl Winfrey. For the hell of it. For the hell of it just went off. That's my boy 2V's. He's our artist spotlight of the week. We talked about the joint. I need to know right now, 2V's, for the people who've been asleep on you. Right now, tell them like all your social media platforms, iTunes, Tidal, the SoundClouds, the Reverb, whatever you gotta tell them to go find that stuff.
It's very easy to follow me. It's only 3 letters. I usually got a hashtag, a number 2, a V, and a Z. That's it. It represents two V's.
Before you go on, what does that mean?
2 V's is short for Vicious Vinny.
Vicious
I feel
Vinny?
like Vicious Vinny was kind of like a long name. I didn't want to say too cheesy, but you know what I'm saying? I'd rather you call me 2 V's than hey Vicious Vinny. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sounding like you know what I'm saying. But it was just something slang where I was like, let me make it short. And on top of that, if you hashtag 3 letters, you find me right there. 2VZ. It's very easy. As soon as they see your jacket, it's something easy that you can look up. You know?
Promo game on so the stickers on your frente. So listen, where could they go find you on Spotify? 2V's.
On Spotify, it's 2V's. You know, at 2VZ.
At 2V's.
Very easy. If you hashtag 2VZ on Google, you can find me everywhere. You know.
And what projects you got in stores right now that you would like to promote and market that you think, man, you know what, that's my banger, they're gonna mess with it, go check that out.
So after a year, I just finally dropped Backwood on iTunes, Spotify, etc., all music platforms.
Who's your feature on that?
I have Be Easy, by the way.
Be Easy.
Yeah, Be Easy. Shout out Be Easy, man.
I haven't met the brother yet, but I heard the song. I thought it was pretty dope.
It's dope. And mind you, I've been into this music for quite a while now, but no one has really taught me how to market all this music correctly. So it took me a while to learn it myself and just start doing it on my own. And I'm like, man, nobody wants to teach you these things, And
everybody want to finesse.
Yeah, So now that I figured that out, I'm an investor, mind you. So besides investing into other things, I'm investing into myself now as an artist, and the outcome has been it's been good. I've been networking, and I'm actually getting not, and I don't want to say attention, but I'm actually reaching out to the right people now, and it's
working
going somewhere,
professionally.
So
Working professionally.
yeah, most definitely, and
On the whole,
it's good.
there's levels to this stuff.
Yeah.
It's levels. First, you're gonna work with the racketeros and the racketeers, and then you're gonna get to some of the people in the office, and you're gonna get to some of the people on the production stage, and maybe that's gonna open your doors to man. Look, you got a hit right now on the radio. God loves you. He said, let me mark, and you're not done with it. So I guess I'll say it live. Chicago Lead Alliance, like I said, man, I send guys to do. There's guys right now that could be like, man, Pop gave me my biggest shot in life. And not that I'm taking credit for it, because I love to do that. If I can give you an opportunity to empower you, I want to mess with people that I can empower and they can empower me back. I want us to be worth something. But by me being who I am, I've had leadership positions like I always did anyway. When I was locked up, I had leadership positions, So as being a boss and working, it's led me to doing booking as well as artistry. So I've booked some of the biggest tours in the United States, and I got some of the best relationships with some of the biggest promoters, which has led to me even brokering features for major artists. 2V's contacted me, and we had an A&R kind of meeting of like an artist development and relations and marketing and sales and all that other stuff. And I'm not going to put it out there because I haven't even had the time to sit down and send contracts and bid. Well, I did the bids and everything else. We have a couple of artists in mind, and I think they're both vicious, like Vicious Vinny. I know for sure they will be done. I know this song's going to be better than just the single that's out there now because of the quality of artists that he's chose now to go to the next level with. Look out for Hell of It. Look out for a female artist is all I'm going to say. Look out for the video to come out New Year's, maybe? No, the month after New Year's?
Yeah.
Okay. The beginning of next year, look out for 2V's to come harder than ever. Look out for him to hit maybe some big Chicago stages, but he's going to move around. You're going to see him in Atlanta. You're going to see him in LA. You're going to see him in Florida. You're going to see him in Texas. And you're going to see him putting on for his people, man. If you're one of my people, support your people, man, because it ain't a lot of brothers and sisters who come out of the hood and go work hard to go get that money, or by all means necessary have a family that even believe in them, to even help them, who also work hard to push their dream to come as far as this man has come. Well, I mean, we own that subject of how far you've come and support. God bless you, Earl.
Thank you.
Anybody that you want to send a shout out to that maybe, I know as just Pop, it wasn't a lot of people believed in anything I was talking about, or I kind of seen before anybody. You got to make everything a reality before, other people even believe in your dreams,
Yeah, a lot of my guys that believed in me, that they're no longer here. I lost about 12, 13 of them.
Let's send them a prayer. Moment of silence, man. Everybody bow your heads for all the great artists we lost this year, last year, and all your beautiful people,
Yeah.
I always do that around here. I'm sorry.
Appreciate it. But man, it's crazy because it's funny when I say this, but in all honesty, it was rare for me to get any support from friends and family when I was first starting this, besides the people that was in the camp, battlefield, when I was doing the music. And now that I'm going somewhere with it, I kind of see people reaching out here and there and whatnot. Not too much, but it's like, man, the times when we really need y'all, it's the times that we will appreciate more. Now that that we're doing things more on ourselves, you know, by ourselves. It's like everybody wants to say, oh man, here, man, you got all my support 10 times better. But it's like, man, you know, I come from the gutter. I support everybody. I helped everybody out. Like, dude, it don't.
That's what my show's about, bro. It ain't controversial. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah.
It's about awareness, empowerment, education, and culture. Last week, I had Hypno Carlito out of OTF, which I love him like my brother. This week, I got people from the other camp. And Mikey Dollars, I got a song with him. And I think we had enough bloodshed in Chicago, man. And I did 20 years, and I didn't even know some of these beefs. You know, I was just learning music and the kind of some of these waves after I got out from doing so much time. So for you to say that and support just the movement of Chicago and be uneducated, I'm for Chicago and my people, and some people do the diss stuff and they think the trolling and you know that stuff's gonna get them. Keep your integrity in your music, man.
Yeah.
Even when you feel heated.
Yeah, most definitely. My goal was always to like make it to the radio. So all of my songs, they're all different. Nothing sounds the same, and it's just like every song is different. You be like, man, I think you should play that. You know, I try to spark a match for every song. You know, so I could try to make it somewhere. You know, because
Ladies, I got ladies in the building. View baby K just walked in the building a little late, you know. I'm gonna rag on her tonight. Look, Poppy like Donald Trump in The Apprentice. I fire and hire on a regular basis. If you would like to be a part of the Pop Radio team, just email popradio@gmail.com. Send us your resume, models, artists. If you would like your music played 3 minutes and under, keep it clean. On the music, because I cannot play any profanity. So if you want a campaign, get at your boy Pop at Pop Radio Worldwide. You baby Case, how you feeling today?
Lovely. How are you, Pop?
I'm barely walking, but I'm here. You know, you got some questions for my man 2V's over here, baby?
Sure. I actually met Vicious Vinny a long time ago at a event by Humboldt Park, and been following you, and you're just super dope, and I'm glad to see you made it and came so far, and I've seen your music evolve. So what can we expect from you as far as not only just like future projects, but as far as developing as an artist? Where do you see yourself going, and what's the platform and plan that you are going to take?
well, as far as that goes, I plan on dropping my second mixtape finally. Is due in February. I pushed it back up. I keep pushing it back because, you know, sometimes the music I take my time with it. I try not to rush everything. But this year I plan on working with a lot more major artists and doing a lot more visuals for each of my songs. And that's actually a much better way to get out there. You know, people want to see visuals rather than just hear music and just play it on SoundCloud. So I think that my next step is just more visuals. You know, more videos. That's what people want. And I keep getting that. So.
Absolutely, because you definitely got a very unique sound. So we'll be checking for those visuals.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Great. And then, are any tours coming up, or are you just kind of freelancing right now?
I'm freelancing. January 4th, I'll be. I'm opening up for Cameron at Joe's on Weed Street. So everybody's welcome to come. You know, I'm giving away 10 free tickets. That's on me. You know, so I do stuff like that because I try to help other people. Sometimes I got these other people talking about. Man, bro, I ain't got it right now. Can you look? I got it, man. You wanna come? You wanna come support me? Just tell me that, and I'll give you a free ticket. But yeah, that's what it is. Cameron, January 4th. I'm gonna be in Hollywood, California, on February the 1st. I got a show out there in Hollywood, and I just did Miami, so I'll be going back to Miami in March. I have a whole week booked of shows out there. I'll be doing seven different stages in Miami, which is pretty dope for me. So I'm working hard. I know. You know, I just want to get more music out there, but, you know. So.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Do you have a calendar or a schedule? Where can we find the information to your shows?
Yeah, actually, it's on my Spotify. If you go at 2VZ on Spotify, I'm just starting to work that whole calendar on there. And on 2VZ on Facebook, you see my calendars. All of my updates is mainly on my Facebook page. And then, of course, I promote on Instagram, you know, at 2VZ_ the real Migo with a DA. And you know, I follow everybody back. But yeah, mostly I post all of my upcoming events. So
Okay. Okay, so that's super dope. Can't wait to see what else we get from you. Everything we got from you so far has been super dope. You, like I said, I've followed you since the Humboldt Park days and seen like just an amazing involvement. So I can't wait to see what else we get from you.
Thank you.
See, I don't know if you brought these beautiful ladies with you, but yeah, we getting it cracking tonight. I see,
Yeah, most
I see
definitely.
Crazy Lils,
Yeah.
another beautiful model I know. She was here with me last week for Models of the Week. So she's going to be coming in. And then for those of you who are just tuning in, this is your girl, View Baby Kate. As y'all know, this is Pop Radio, Intellectual Radio, iHeart Radio, Chi-Town's Finest. Y'all know I'm from Humboldt Park, but you know, I be trying to say I'm a West Sider sometimes. So I say I'm from K-Town too, you know.
Hey, shout out to
But
the side.
right, K-Unit,
West Side,
all that
yeah.
good stuff, you know. But Pop just came back in. Let me give Miss Throne back, and y'all
No,
stay
it's all
tuned.
good. Look, this show is all about my family here at Intellectual Radio. My ladies that do my models of the week. My artists that come through here in Blaze and show Chicago some love. My special special guests, my artist spotlights, all that good stuff, you know. I do want to say real quick, my boy Shaw, I didn't get the name, but my boy Shaw, I will post the information later. They contacted me yesterday. We're doing a grocery giveaway in Humboldt Park. I'm giving away a whole truck because of these people of food to my people. You guys are gonna meet me right up under the Puerto Rican flag on Division in front of the Empowerment Center, and I'm gonna be giving a whole haul truck of groceries to anybody from the community of Humboldt Park who needs it. Bring a bag, I got y'all. Just come and get whatever we got on the first Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Empowerment Center in Humboldt Park. First Saturday, meet your boy Pop there, meet your boy Shaw there, and let's get it. I'm gonna go to a commercial break. That was 2 V's that was in the building. I got like 12 girls up in here. I got swag out there.
Just make sure that my baby straight. Bought extra diapers and wipes for the hell of it. Tighter go broke and my son was too